Hi guys, I'm still sick, so my voice is still fucked up, but I wanted to make a video somewhat in response to another video, but I don't really want to go about calling people out or anything because it's the topic really that I have. Well, okay. I'm going to try to do it as quick as possible, but um, I want to talk about the subject of self-injury for a minute. Um, it's a really complicated issue, and I'm still sick, so I'm probably not going to say exactly what I want to say, and it's probably going to sound off. If so, I'm sorry. But I kind of want to talk about the complicated gravity of self-injury. I think I might have mentioned this before. I did a project on this for a class a couple of semesters ago, and I'm kind of passionate about this issue. Self-injury is one of many things. There's many reasons to do self-injury, and there's many reasons you can back yourself up saying the reasons why you do it. There's many reasons why people are ashamed of it, and there's many reasons why people argue and say they're not ashamed of it. I'm going to be very honest, more honest than I've been in a long time about things, maybe, so be nice to me. But the thing I think about self-injury is that there's a time, there's no place for judgment. There's a lot of people, I find, who use self-injury in a way to get attention from other people and to a cry for help sort of thing. And that's very true. There are a lot of people who do that. Like I said, there's no place for judgment, and so I don't want to judge these people. But there are a billion other different reasons why people do self-injure. For a lot of trans people, I think it's a way to reclaim one's body as their own, which I think is a reason a lot of trans people have a lot of body modification in the form of tattoos and piercings, etc., etc. But just inflicting pain upon oneself isn't necessarily a negative thing. Physical pain, inflicting physical pain upon oneself isn't, okay, I'm feeling muddled, sorry. It can help you feel like you're in control over yourself. And in addition, it can be cathartic. There's no reason why, well, for example, there's masochists, people who have pain for sexual pleasure. It's becoming more and more an acceptable form of sexuality. However, it's only if it is the reasons for feeling pain don't have to be sexual. They can be cathartic. They can be an act of I think there's a difference between self-destructive self-injury and therapeutic self-injury. Okay? And there's a lot of difference. There's a lot of gray lines. And so I'm not going to tell anybody go out and hurt yourself and make yourself bleed because it's therapeutic. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if a person feels the need to inflict pain, not violent, trying to kill themselves pain, just minor pain to kind of bring themselves back into themselves, into like, they shouldn't be talked down because of that. If it's self-destructive, they should get help. But if they're otherwise well adjusted, then I don't think it's something that needs to be judged as. You shouldn't jump to conclusions and think that it's self-destructive. Not to say you shouldn't try to help someone who does have self-destructive, self-injury habits, because if they do need help. But you shouldn't assume to know the reasons, and you shouldn't assume to know the answers, and you shouldn't assume that they should feel the way you do. For a lot of trans people, self-injury isn't necessarily a thing to A, get attention, or to be self-destructive. I myself have not felt the desire to self-injure for a long time, though I'm not. It's because I'm comfortable right now with what I just haven't felt the urge to. But if I was to feel the urge to, I wouldn't. For someone who does feel the urge to do so, I'm not going to judge them, and no one should judge them because of it. No one should assume they know the reasons for it, and no one should assume they know how to fix them. Like I said, I'm not advocating self-injury. I think that there's a fine line between what's we should take what's morally acceptable and just throw it out the door in this situation, because there is no morally acceptable or morally unacceptable, really. It's all a gray area. That said, instead of trying to fix the person, you should understand the reasons for doing it, and you should, if then you come to the conclusion it's self-destructive, you might want to step in because they might not know to help themselves. But you can't just jump the gun and assume that it is self-destructive. Anyway, that was very incoherent, and I think that a lot of people are going to flame me thinking that I'm trying to tell people to kill themselves or something, but that's not what I'm trying to do. So if you have a response to it, negative or positive, feel free to leave a video response. If you think that you don't understand what I said because I'm incoherent and sick, ask me and maybe I'll try to clarify myself in another video, or maybe I'll respond to your video. So comment in video or in text and I will respond to you. Or I won't if you don't want me to. Okay, anyway, I'm going to try to go clean up my room and hopefully get some soup because I'm feeling awful and I don't like feeling awful. Sorry. Okay, see you all.